Hi guys, in this video we're going to talk about how to increase your odds in getting a job at the United Nations. I'm going to talk to you about things we already covered in previous lesson. Contract, level, duty station, and other aspect of the job that you need to understand. Okay, which country to move to, languages and stuff like that. If you didn't watch these videos, for the first time I'm going to tell you, you need to go watch those first because this video is going to make very little sense to you if you don't watch that. Okay, so they are in the description below and they are in the playlist. All right, so to make it most likely for you to get a job at United Nations or other UN organization like the IMF and so on, it's gonna be to go with short-term contract to begin with, okay? Even if you're a student right now, I could say that you could go with an internship. Even if you're a bit older, in your 20s, you can go for an internship. It's not paid. You can do it for 3 months, and that's gonna give you a foot in the door. You're gonna meet people. You're gonna already have experience. Short-term contract, definitely, okay? 6 months or less. SSA, okay, so special service agreement. These are the kind of things you can get relatively easily because people don't apply for them. UN staff that are already in the organization will not apply for those, so you will not have to compete against anyone except external candidate. So if you follow my course and you know everything I'm going to tell you, you have great chances of getting these posts. Then you're going to go for temporary posts and project posts. This also UN staff, okay, that have permanent posts will not apply for those because there's no point. If you have a fixed term post that is basically 3 years, okay, for example, why would you go for a 1 year? So you might, unless you're really unhappy in the country you're in, okay, and you want to go to New York, for example, and you decide to apply for a temporary post, taking the risk of losing your biggest post where you're going to be sure to retire there because it's not going anywhere, it's secure, it's financed, you're not going to have any issue there unless you massively screw up. Well, why would you take basically a 1 year post? So this is the reason why I'm telling you most UN staff will not apply for that. Again, those are easier to apply for. A post in duty station with less applicant. People want to go in H&A. People want to work in the Philippines, in Thailand. They want to work in New York, Montreal, or they want to go work in Geneva. These are very tough. There are tens of thousands of candidates, okay, that are willing to go there versus the few hundred that are willing to go in to work in a C or a D or an E duty station. So if you want to go in those, you can. Then we're going to finish with a field staff job. These are basically security personnel, soldiers, people that are going to work like nurse or something like that in refugee camp. Basically, your UN staff, it's a special FS duty. It's not the same benefit. It's very close to international staff, but not exactly. We discussed all this when we talked about these levels. But guys, this has also a bit more chances than an international P-post in order to be able to get in the UN. If you fit the profile, if you're in accounting or HR or something like that, that doesn't work. It's not for you. But we're talking driver, security, military, stuff like that. This definitely is a job that you could do. And that is the field staff. Try that. That might work best for you. So these are the ones that I would recommend. Now, in the next video, we're going to talk about what's best for you and your family. Now, I already discussed about that a little bit in the previous video. Here, we're going to go in depth with where you're born, which country you're in, what advantage you have. Right now, the UN, especially under Gutierrez, wants to make sure that you have equality. There's also overrepresented countries like India. Very tough for an Indian people to actually get in the UN right now, especially for a man, because there's so many, okay? Of course, they have 1 billion in population. They speak English. They're highly educated, so that makes a lot of sense. Canadian American, they contribute tremendously to the United Nations fund-wise. So obviously, they're going to say, hey, guys, we contributed 50% of your budget last year. You will take more American. You're going to take more Canadian. That's perfectly normal. But right now, this is a disadvantage. We're going to talk about all this. Okay, what if your wife or you are Israeli? Will you get a job in Lebanon? The answer is no. So this is what I'm going to talk to you about in the next video. Guys, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. I see you in the next video.